There's a candlestick with a missing candle that is on the floor. The candle holder looks like a little out of place here, wouldn't you say? Yes, you're right. It's clearly supposed to be gold, but it's almost completely black for some reason. That old thing? Yes. Just a cheap piece of ironmongery. Gimcrack, really? Oh. Used it when I was studying, don't you know, for my commission. I know it's old, hardly worth hanging on to, really, but, well, still has its uses sometimes. Of course. Does everything in this room have some elaborate story behind it? Yes, this guy is exceedingly British. There's always a little story about why he has a thing that he would probably get rid of, but I guess I'll keep it just in case it's useful one day. That's the British way. Their memories, Mr. Naruhodo, memories. So yeah, I mean, clearly a fire happened here. Or the beginnings of one. I think the candlestick got knocked over. And maybe all this got smashed in the process. Can we see just the stick on its own, maybe? No. Alright, well, let's talk to them now. We've already looked at everything. So about Mr. Natsume. About Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Garrideb, please do tell us. Ah, yes, the Japanese chap. I've only been lodging here for a week. Oh, just a week? So he moved in recently then. I have two lodgers most of the time, one on the ground floor and one just below us. The first room became available a week... Oh, dash it all, Joan, be careful. Oh my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him. Oh, why? He seemed to have the most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man had a shady written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joan, that man is trouble. Sooner or later he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything. We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? Again, with the weird hiccup. Oh, yes, indeed there was. And she's dying to tell us. Had you noticed anything else about the lodger, Mr. Natsume? Oh my word, yes, the man was shadier than an orchard. Could you elaborate? Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books it is, more than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookstore every single day and comes back to at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too. I see. The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed around 9 each night, but I've never known that Japanese fellow retire any earlier than 2 in the morning. Ah. Dude's a student, you know? Could you clarify something, I wonder? What, pray? How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine? You nosy bugger, you. I understand that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house, is that correct? That's right, yes, they're both below us, on the first floor on the street level. Then, how is it you know so much about the lives of the lodgers? The precise times they come back in the evening, for example, even the times they go to bed. Ah! Good grief, Joan, be more careful, woman. Oh my goodness, sir, I'm terribly sorry, sir. Something doesn't add up here. Yeah, these guys are nosy buggers. That's what doesn't add up. So the incident 2 days ago, the stabbing. It seems the incident took place around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out of the window around that time? The window? Yes, we noticed the window over there looks out onto Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby? 5 o'clock is dinner time in the Garrideb household, so I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan? No, sir, it would have been dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road. I see. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary then? Such as? Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated. Well... Yes, was there something then? Well, it's nothing particularly significant, but around that sort of time here... Ah! For the love of God, Joan, watch what you're doing. Oh, dear me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir. Be more careful, woman. Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow... yes? I have an exceedingly good memory, and as far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. Oh, really? Mr. Garrideb? The way you were talking before, it sounded like there might have been. Oh, well, as I was saying, it was just a trifling matter, really. Nothing... Ah! She's stopping him from saying anything. She's doing this on purpose. Joan, dash it all, what's the matter with you, woman? I'm begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal. Joan? That's right, Mr. Garrideb. What's the matter with these two? It sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident, but what? The carpet burning, of course. I wish I knew. Could you tell us which floor Mr. Natsume's room is on? Why, certainly just below on the first floor. And Mr. Sholmes is investigating there as we speak? Yes. Told me Nat's name, had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key. Mr. Natsume engaged Mr. Sholmes' services. That's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also had a look around? I'm in Mr. Natsume's room, I mean. Don't see why not. Just down one flight of stairs. Who knows if we'll find anything that could help with the case, but we have to try. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we? Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more. Alright. I get a kitty cat. Oh, look at the kitty. What? Just look at this place. It's a cat. Yes. And the smell, it's musty in here. I suppose the mountains of old books that are responsible for that. I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life. No, me neither. It's so dark in here too. It'd be dank. But that's the window over there. Well, that was a window, I think. Yes, once upon a time. But for some reason it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. It is an X-window. It has been de-windowed. Well, this is where Mr. Natsume lives. By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you? Oh, he'll be hanging from the frigging lantern up there before long. You watch. No, that's true, but according to what Mr. Garrideb told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating. Nope, can't find anything there. It glowed. Oh, it's going to be the cat, isn't it? Oh, look! It's a beckoning cat from home! It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsume didn't bring that Maneki Neko all the way from Japan with him. hardly think you're in a position to comment, Mr. Naruhodo. I mean, we were luggage. Are you forgetting the enormous Dharma doll that you brought in your luggage? Well, it can be dangerous travelling abroad. I wanted a lucky charm. Well, I imagine Mr. Natsumi wanted the same, and this cat's sure to beckon good luck to him. Didn't do a very good job so far. You mustn't say such things. I didn't say a word. Why are my eyes such a giveaway? Yeah, there's a kind of a safe back here, look. This appears to be some sort of meter on the wall. It looks very robust. I wonder what it's for. There's a slot for inserting coins, or it's a power meter, or pay for the gas or whatever. Yes, that is a gas meter, Mr. Naruhodo. So the padlock will be for the money box. A gas meter? It seems there is piped in gas in this district which consumers pay for by putting coins in the meter. So if we were to put a coin in the slot, that would be enough gas to use the lights and the gas fire for a whole night. So if you're too poor to have a coin, you have to spend the night in dark, freezing cold? That's right. As would a rich man who only carried a crisp white notes. London is a scary place. And hey, we are currently experiencing record high gas prices that are putting small gas companies out of business, so we're kind of heading back to this. Hey, fucking wonderful. Look at all those books stacked up there. They almost reach the ceiling. They're all works of English literature, and they smell so musty. With this volume of books to hand, you'd never be short of reading material, would you? No, what a dreamy idea. A bad dream, maybe, for me at least. Mind you, I don't imagine the book that's at the bottom of the pile now will ever be read again. So reading is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime, just as the tea ceremony teaches us. I certainly didn't expect the conversation to turn down the path of a tea ceremony philosophy. The bag here. There's piles of paper in this basket. Desk seems to be wedged into a crevasse between the mountains of books on either side. I suppose Mr. Natsumi would sit there and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded on all sides by the towering old tomes, surely he dreamt of books every night as well. He probably slept on top of books. His bed is just a pile of books. Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? A receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Your books. My books? No, your books. Whose books? I don't know. Oh yes, Mr. Natsumi's name is on it. And look, the date of the purchase, 2 days ago, 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident, so his story checks out that he was coming back from a bookshop. That's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books. Alright. So let's have a look at that, see if there's anything else to glean. 2 shillings tendered for the receipt of The Picture of Monsieur Lecoq. A meal for Gabarao? Well, I don't know. And the Canterbury Yearnings. What is this little box up here? That looks important. Could you even call this a window? I think so. It was a window at one time, after all, although that remains as the frame around some bricks now. So, really it's just a wall then, isn't it? Why would anybody deliberately brick it up like that? I'm afraid I have no idea. Ah, perhaps Mr. Natsume painted the brick's design on a fit of whimsy. That's alarmingly feasible. Anyway, whatever the reason, the lack of ventilation in here makes the place very oppressive. It does. I imagine being cooped in a room like this would be extremely trying. It's the same as the other books. Huge mountains of books. Alright. Kitty! Boop the... Meow! It meowed at us! Ah, it's moving, it's cute. Oh, goodbye. Wow. What an adorable little cat. Perhaps he's looking after the books while his master is away. I don't know about that. He disappeared into a pile of books as quick as a flash. It's like, stop poking me. Leave me alone. It was a tricolor Mike, wasn't it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain? Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan. That's made me feel homesick now. Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days. Yeah, but we've been gone from the country for over a month. Nearly 2 months at sea. So... Right. There he is. I knew we'd find him over here. What's up, Sholmesy boy? Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo. Aha! There he is. Where did he appear from? He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope he won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, aha! Ah, you two, good day. Now, let me see. Where was it that we met? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together on the SS Burya. Yes, of course, the Burya. And let me see, what happened on that voyage? It was Kazuma Asogi. He died tragically, but you were a great help to us. By being terrible, but allowing us to be better than you so that we could prove our own innocence. Ah yes, but of course the case of Mr. Asogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it? Yeah, and the cat as well. Well, you seem to remember something of it at least. What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Sholmes. This is Mr. Oh, no, my dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Oh god, Miss Naruhodo and Mr. Susato. Try it the other way around, Mr. Sholmes. I lose the first round. This guy's terrible. I love him. In truth, I had hoped to invite both of you to my Baker Street suite the day I arrived in London, but some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the rail yard station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes. But they apprehended Soseki-san in that short amount of time? I'm afraid the pursuance of the new case has dulled my recollection of past involvements a little. It's a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can be distended to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out useful ones. Yes, those are my words of inimitable wisdom, you know, from an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet. Please, there's no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate pens them beautifully. He means Iris, I suppose. Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask about the trivial case you just mentioned. Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased, and this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case. Alright, so... Converse, Mr. Natsume's arrest. We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road. Natsume, yes, I believe that was the name, rather along the lines, but Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little? I'm sorry, Mr. Sato, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean. What? I can't believe he was looking Susato-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance. I assure you I am not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear that if as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension. Oh, how? I assure you I have no recollection of accusing your stooped compatriot of the crime. But that doesn't make sense. The good detectives of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene. Ah, a man seen fleeing. There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there's a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question. So, you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit, then? That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in bibliophy. Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No, no, no. Oh dear. So the landlord. Ah, tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yeah, Mr. Garadeb. A retired military man? It was the first time I've ever met a soldier from the great British institution that is the services. And it was the first time I've ever met a maid from the great British institution that is service. I didn't think it was that funny. I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ maids. Yes, it's in Susato's Book of Everything. I read as much in my Great Britain primer. And so, conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwellings therein. Betoken their social standing, sorry? Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family. Goodness, how extraordinary. As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between middle and lower class, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea. And it is for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs, specifically in the retired army veteran Mr. John Garadeb. Oh? Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something? Yes. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain. I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say. So this dingy room. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you any man whose lot is to dwell up in this place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later. Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one, and he's only been here a week, so come on. Ah, but sooner or later, as I said. I don't believe that's the issue here. About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes? Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see there is a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked in with bricks. Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax. What? Window tax? What is that? Surely not a tax on windows? Precisely that. Oh my goodness. Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home, perhaps rapidly closed windows up, while the rich opened windows here, there, and everywhere, in an effort to curry favour with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. Yes, because that's how it works. The rich pay a lot of tax. Yeah. How awful and unjust, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light? Indeed, Disease was rife as a result. So some 40 years ago or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example. I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps. It would appear so. I've done a little digging, and discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price. Because the room is so awful, I should think. Apparently Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago. Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation. Oh. Still, that is of little relevance here. A matter not worthy for further attention. Are you sure? I'm curious now. Could be very relevant. Well, I believe I've told you all I can now. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? You remember that. Will you perhaps be offering your services to this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? I'm not sure. Not sure on what grounds. Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well then, I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized, and so promptly too. The thing is, it really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients, to trust in their innocence? Because fucking McGilded was guilty as fuck. Yes, trust. Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he? My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Ah, yes. That was indeed my initial intention, but there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can quite state unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. Oh, one more thing. Oh, what is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us. I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Mr. Gary Debbers? Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he? Anyway, at present, this is really all that plays on my mind in relation to the case. Mr. Naruhodo, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence. No, you're quite right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Garideb's secret. We probe him good. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. And just like that, he was gone. A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his books in the corner of the room. Yeah, there he is. Just chilling. Chilling like a villain. Alright. Let's see what we can find here again. Ah, you pair again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there? Mr. Herlock Sholmes? Ah yes, rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. Well, Mr. Sholmes is in the element down there. Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, Joan. And don't... oh god, prepare yourself, dude. Now why don't you tell me what... for the umpteenth time, woman, will you watch what you're bally well doing? I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir. Ah, yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you two to take your leave if you'd be so kind. Oh, yes, of course. We're deeply grateful for all your assistance. Not at all, not at all. Don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourself. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garadeb is hiding something, and since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging? Oh no. He's here too. Look at I love how it just keeps popping up in places. But yeah, I mean, look. The candlestick that apparently is a bit burned looking, or blackened at the very least. The crashed nature of all of this, and the cake tray as well, looking a little bit askew. There's a big ripping or hole type thing of some kind in the carpet where the screen may have been hastily erected to cover that cabinet unit. And one of the candles is there, look. That's missing off of here. Something's up. This all looks a bit rotten. What's he doing over there? Mr. Sholmes! Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows! Good gracious, when did you sneak in here? Sherlock Sholmes, sir, at your service. Whatever were you doing over by the window? I am given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam. Yet, sadly, cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture for such an observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here. Well, keeping an eye to one's windows at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering. You never know when Sherlock Sholmes will want to watch the sunsets. Ah, one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo. Me. I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind. No, we're good. Oh wait, he's not talking about... Is he? I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon. God. Do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? There's a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. There's a trifle on the cake stand? I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo. I think so. There's just time enough for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let's conclude the matter before the dark. Oh, here we go. Deduction time. Mr. Garadeb, although it would seem you are a military man of considerable distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first-rate. I'm afraid, sir, it's all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I've been able to draw by careful observations of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon. First, is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care. And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you. Mr. Naruhodo, look. He's sweating bullets. The man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are both spot on. How could you possibly... How could I possibly know, you mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. And I know only too well what wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. The game is afoot. The nature of the beast. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus we are faced with the question, what form might the beast take? For a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncomfortably candid. He looked towards the lion, but maybe not. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garridev, leads us directly to the answer. So that's just ridiculous. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by the lion statue. Yeah, that's wrong. It's going to be something else up there. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is this piffle, I ask you? In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. What? That's just ridiculous. Plus, lions don't really come from India. That's tigers. Yet living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well... Yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Where could this angry creature have disappeared to, madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me that with one glance in your direction... It is? Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circus show. Ah. Yes, you sought to dispose of the terrifying lion, Mr. Garridev, at Batty's Circus. A travelling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the tents. You sold the savage lion to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I've made my point. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus will now reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. That's some bullshit. And then the aftermath. Now, Mr. Garridev, it is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress of this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel of being revealed by that supporting arm. Amidst fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage. Nonsense, man, I am simply... But what must we now ask ourselves about the true cause of this pain? And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, a pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. And so you had no choice but to let it go. Yes, well, Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes. She's looking at the candlestick. There is no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsated appetite. Was it, or was it not, once said by a certain noblewoman If they have no bread, let them eat cake. Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact. Whatever do you mean? Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of the final act of destruction carried out by this beast. There is only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India. Carpet gnawed by a starving lion. Thus concludes Sherlock Sholmes' great deduction of the beastly puzzle. Well, that was an experience. Look at the guy's face, like... Yeah, that's it. Yep. Get him, get him. Ah! What is the matter with you, Joan? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garrideb. I'm afraid I didn't notice. My deductions can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. I was patiently waiting for him to stop deducing so we can work out the truth. Yeah, it's like, get on with it, dude. Come on. Then we can work on the actual real answer. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times, too. Yes. For some reasons. Oh. Mr. Sholmes, sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation? Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it, again? Well, your deductions just now, do you really think that a lion could have fit inside a room of this size? Indeed. It is the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realm of common sense. Wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realm of common sense as well? But an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room. Surely Mr. Garrideb and his maid would have been hurt or worse. Ah, so that's where you are stuck. No doubt the former military man held his own against the beast using a large cannon. Joan, the lion's loose! Get the cannon! I thought you said they sold the lion to the circus. And what about the food? Meat, potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I've ever heard of a lion that drinks tea. A British lion would. Ah, my dear Miss Susato, it occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on the great British soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea. Oh, what a glorious notion. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again. I had a feeling that was coming. A slight massage, that's all Mr. Sholmes' deductions need. You can do it. Excellent, I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo. I don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Natsume's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least, that's what I want to believe. Let us start again. From the beginning of Sherlock Sholmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. With a rampaging lion. Won't take a great detective to see. A fearsome beast has been on the rampage in these four walls. We are faced with a question: what form might the beast take? Why do I get the feeling it's the maid? I think she had a tantrum or something. I don't know. Is he looking at her? And she had a bit of a tantrum and they had a fight and things got broken. The only other thing up there is the medal. How is that a fearsome beast? I'm calling it now. We turn him around and he's got a cat scratch across his face. Yes. That would work too. Because if he's looking at the lion, he could also be thinking of a cat. Your eyes are candid. A furtive glance, Mr. Garrideb leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast run rampant here is the lion statue, question mark. Right, that's the wrong thing. I really didn't see the lion thing coming. No, I saw it coming a mile away. As soon as he started talking about a fearsome beast, I'm thinking he's going to look at the lion statue, or he's going to think he is, and that's going to be the path this takes. If you observe Mr. Garrideb's reaction, it rather seems as though the beast did indeed run amok in this room. Yeah, something with a very fierce nature. But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So what was it then? We must follow Mr. Garrideb's gaze. That will lead us to the true answer. Oh, it's behind it, look. Oh my god. What is this? Wedding picture. The fearsome beast was the wife. What's this photograph? It appears to be from Mr. Garrideb's wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he? He does, but you can't make out the bride. How unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face. I wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve deep here. This must have been while Mr. Garrideb was still in the army. He seems to be carrying a rather stout bride effortlessly and beaming a smile at the same time. I suppose as very strong as in his younger years. Hard to imagine now he's as thin as a rake. See, and then there's a ring there, look, with like a flower on it. Yeah, we've got Mr. Garrideb, we've got the newlywed bride. The glass is broken so you can't see the bride's face at all. No amount of cracks could hide the woman's plump form. I think powerful would be kinder than plump, Mr. Naruhodo. She has a powerful form. Yes, she certainly looks that. There's a lot of horsepower there. Not someone you'd want to upset, that's for sure. Oh look! Have you noticed the wedding ring? It's very large, isn't it? Yes, that's an unusual design. Some sort of embellished sunflower. The only other things we have are the mortar shells, which I don't think caused the damage in the room. These are shells for a cannon, aren't they? What a strange place to keep them. I imagine they have some significance to Mr. Garrideb from his time in the army. Of course, he mentioned the battle to us before. Do you remember he said that he'd been shot in the knee? Perhaps it was one of these that hit him. No, Susato. If a round that size hit his knee, there'd be nothing left of it, or most of the leg, for that matter of fact. Yeah, or of Mr. Garrideb. Mr. Sholmes has a Persian slipper, and this man has spent shells. Perhaps it's customary in Britain to display, rubbish on the mantelpiece. It is. This is a very British thing. The Britishness is, like, very appropriate here. Anyway, yes, photograph frame. We're going to present that. Behind the lion statue on the mantelpiece, almost deliberately hidden from view, is a photograph. Though I have yet to examine it in detail, I can assure you that it holds the answer. Because I am employing an extremely advanced detection technique called jumping to conclusions, you see. What spectacularly contrived logic led you to this mindless conclusion? Well, it's supposed to be a logic and reasoning spectacular, so I thought I'd contribute to the show. This is my show, Mr. Naruhodo. Kindly perform any peculiar experiments on your own stage. Wait, did we get it wrong? Oh my, it's not the picture. Well, what do we know with some certainty is that a destructive creature has been at work in the room, and Mr. Garrideb inadvertently looked in the direction of something that gives its identity away. If we investigate thoroughly enough, we ought to find the answer. What did he turn and look at? It's here somewhere, we need to find it. Okay, so it's not the picture. So, the only other thing is the artillery shells. Let's look at the lion statue, just in case there's something about it. This is the lion statue that Mr. Sholmes picked out. Yes, I wonder. Perhaps if you did live with a lion, it would prove to be rather a sweet companion. I think. I think it's like a mouse trying to tell its family that the cats around the house are sweet. What, are you confused? Well, I thought that the picture behind the lion was what we were supposed to show, but apparently not. I suppose it is a bit of a flight of fancy, isn't it? Anyway, the beast we're looking for is something else. Let's have a good look around. So yeah, I thought it was the photo frame, but I guess it's the mortar shells. That's the only other thing on here. Because they did say that one of them fell earlier and landed on his foot. I wonder if that happened and he staggered and hopped around the room and broke a bunch of stuff while he was doing it, like fell up against the wall, broke all the crockery.
Take that!
True identity of the beast that tore the room apart is these shells. With their butter wouldn't melt accomplice the cannon. But war is good for nothing. It brings only destruction, something we must all strive to understand. Again, with the wrong one. What? There's nothing else here. There is nothing else that I can... Yeah, there's the lion statue, there's the mortar shells, there's the medal as well, but that's not highlighting. Check the picture again. I mean, we looked right at everything that was on it. For Mr. Garrideb's wedding. Something struck the glass. Oh, wait a minute. I can present stuff on the picture now. I'm sure those options weren't there earlier. So I should be in the picture and presenting on it. Right. Because literally everything about it was saying that this is the beast. So let's do that. The newlywed bride. Here we go. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed in the newlywed bride. Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit. Yes, this framed picture of your wife, Mr. Garrideb. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured, we can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain. Indeed, surely any woman of such power constitution would be honoured to be described as a beast. Honoured might be stretching the point. Too late. The fact remains that the beast which so clearly savaged the room was your wife, Mr. Garrideb. Ah! The chilling traces of the wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Yet, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could the angry creature have disappeared to? It's the maid. Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction. Is it? Your dress pocket gives a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. That's what she's confused about. Like, wait, my dress? Not me in person. The poor, fragile, defenseless woman is besides herself. Well, I don't know about fragile. Oh dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of Mr. Garrideb anyway, but it seems there may be a clue as to her whereabouts. The clue the maid is trying to hide. They sold the wife to the circus. She's now the bearded lady. I wonder where Mr. Garrideb's wife could be. Yeah. I bet if we look further down, we're going to see the wedding ring on her hand, right? So we can rotate around all the way. Yeah, there it is, look. The ring. He's wearing a very large ring, look. Oh yes, a sunflower design with some rather nice embellishments. And it's on the ring finger of her left hand, which means it's surely the wedding ring. So she's posing as a maid so that he can be considered middle class. Looks like it's on there for life too. I can't imagine it would ever slide off a finger that size. That's something to think, Mr. Naruhodo, not to say. Well, apparently you can read my thoughts anyway, so I thought I'd just blurt everything out now. Do you know Mr. Garrideb's wife in the photograph had a ring very much like this one? It was a large sunflower design as well. Really? You have a great memory for these things. A large sunflower wedding ring. It's quite a coincidence they have the same ring, isn't it? Ah, yeah, you'd think so, right? But no.
Take that!
Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's whereabouts. Indeed it does. The flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. Or it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garrideb's bride in the photographic print. In other words, you are no ordinary household maid. No. You are Mr. Garrideb's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garrideb herself. Oh my. Whoa. Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. Thank you. As you rightly surmise, this is my wife, yes, my Joan. Rather let herself go, you might say, but she was badly... It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, and yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? It's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant to the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff. Though, in my considerable opinion, such concerns about appearances are folly. You mean Mr. Garrideb has a wife work as his maid? Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garrideb? Only in company, obviously, but listen here. This must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please. So she ate the carpet. Now, Mr. Garrideb. Plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for the formidable beast. Yes. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused is veritably tangible. Your head weighs on heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel is being revealed by that supporting arm. Mr. Sholmes is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garrideb's wife a beast. Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable. Mrs. Garrideb is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he? Oh, how true. So perhaps that supporting arm seems to be propping up his head. Has another significance. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrideb's pain is tangible. What could that be really signify? What pain could he possibly have? Oh, look, there's like a burn mark on his face. A slap. Oh, it's a slap. Oh, shit. He took a slapping. Oh my, look at the bright red mark. That's quite something, and clearly made by somebody's hand. Yes, Mr. Garrideb has been slapped in the face, and hard. I've never seen such a clearly defined mark. Whoever could have done such a thing? A very limited number of candidates, I'd say.
Take that!
Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel is being revealed by the slapped cheek. And of course, the deliverer of the impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade was you, Madam Joan Garrideb. Well, yes. You've been desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheek, sir. Ah! They had a domestic. How the blazes? How did you work that out, man? Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the arts of observation, my dear fellow. That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side from view. Well, Now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garrideb to fly into a fit of rage. And we need only follow the direction of the gaze to find the answer. A pile of bills has given rise to the pain you suffer. No, it's probably something else. It might be the book, whatever that is. Didn't Mr. Sholmes say the bills were for all lion fodder? But now we've established the lion never existed, which can only mean the thing responsible for gobbling up all the food was Mr. Garrideb. Mr. Naruhodo, she's a person, not a thing. Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face, so hard it left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I'd love to know the answer to that question. So... Oh my. What is this? The bookmark with the kissy mark on it. Someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here, look. Mr. Garrideb is clearly an avid reader. Wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark. No, it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. And next to the signature here, lip marks with lipstick. Oh, what a passionate romantic gesture. Don't get any ideas, Sato. Oh, I'm sorry. This bookmark is actually a love note. Yes.
Take that!
Yes, it's the love note that gave rise to the pain you suffer. Oh, James, I love you, yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Oh, look at this. She's like, fucking, I'll smack whoever this Mary is. Perhaps the sender of the note, a certain Miss Mary, is the fly in the ointment here? Oh, shit, he's slapped again. But I don't know the bally woman. You don't know her? That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there. This is gonna be one of the books from our client, isn't it? It was just in there, you say? That's right. That's what I've. A likely story. Now listen here, Joan, old thing. I explained at the time. I bought the book at the second-hand place, and that note must already be in there. So the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean? That's right. That's what I've... A likely story. For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's written to James. My name, in case you've forgotten, is John... Dude, you're getting scolding. A likely story. Are you questioning my name now? Oh, Jesus. Wow. Damn. So when do I get to hear their version of Cornered? That's the reason to play these games, yes. And there we have it. Arouse the suspicions of the female heart and you unleash a beast with a most fearsome bite. Ugh. Now, as a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh dearie me, what could have caused such destructive outbursts? Ah! This time, madam, I'm afraid it was you who inadvertently revealed the truth. Wandering eyes settled upon the answer. Yeah, the Tower of Cakes is wrong. So, but surely Mrs. Garrideb didn't eat the carpet. You never know. Of course not. There doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray that this room is in is a result of a wild temper. No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction we need to fix. We only need to follow the gaze. Alright, let's see what we can see. It's gonna be the candlestick. It is definitely the candlestick. Because the carpet... Let's have a look at the carpet. It's been ripped to shreds, and according to Mr. Sholmes' deduction, the tears match those by an Indian lion's teeth exactly. But look here, what is it? If you look closely at the edge, you can see scorch marks. Yes, so you can. Perhaps the carpet wasn't eaten in the normal sense at all. It was eaten by fire. Because there's a candle there. And this is blackened as well. The actual floor has been blackened. Alright, so the candlestick. A very old candlestick. The base looks too small. It's very unstable. It looks to me like even the slightest knock would make it topple over. That would be dangerous. Take a closer look at this. There's one candle missing. I didn't notice that before. That is what I wonder. Why is one of the 3 candles missing from the holder? A missing candle.
Take that!
Yeah, so she probably slapped him so hard he crashed into the table and into all the crockery and knocked the candlestick over, and then it set fire to the carpet and they were like, oh shit! You know. To explain the dire state of the carpet, we look at the candlestick. The game is afoot! And the foot is on fire! Oh shit! Most illuminating, my dear fellow, and of course, the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth. Yes, the remnants of the ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Indeed they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away. Scorch marks! It would appear the room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Mrs. Garrideb's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face, whap, but on the entire room. The force of her strike caused the candle to fall from the holder. It was the shockwave from the swinging of the hand just blew everything away. And in seconds the carpet was alight and the whole corner of the room is in flames. Yes, For the most ferocious beast in the world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire. It is the hungriest beast of all. It devours everything. And in this room, that ferocious beast barred its claws and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there is but one conclusion here. After the sparks of a marital discord flew, this room was the scene of a fire. Oh, he's standing up now. He's like, get out of my house. I didn't ask you to pry into this. I salute you! And we've killed him. And this has what to do exactly with anything? It's going to come back to the book with the love note, because the guy downstairs that we're representing likes his books and all that kind of thing. Yeah. All these dashed long winter nights, you know, nothing to do but read in front of a fire. Luckily there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered a rather illicit material, for which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems. Don't know about admonished. Demolished might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly apt to... Here we go again. And the carpet. Was that destroyed by the fire when a candle fell to the floor? Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. Whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. I was caught between an old stick's rage and the raging flames. You paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. That's sympathy for you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. We had to hide the mess behind the screen for the time being. Hence the thing. Over here, Mr. Garrideb? Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you will allow me. Had all my favourite old novels in that case, but as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke. Gosh. Then the wife started hurling things at me. What a terrible sight it must have been. There I was, back up against the window under heavy enemy fire, incendiary books coming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is, I lost my favourite book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride? Ah, yes, your notorious love of big cats coming through again. I assure you the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. The poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of a ferocious beast's rampage. Mr. Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again. Yeah, it can only be described as a great British wonder. I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick in full fettle. Out of interest, what time of day was that? I'm not sure I remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see, around 5 o'clock, I think. Around the time of the stabbing. At exactly the same time. As a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole of Blighty could have been flattened outside my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. Oh, really? Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Naruhodo, what can I do for you? Well, I think I've got to the bottom of Mr. Garrideb's situation now, but what does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances? I can't help you there, I'm afraid. What? My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired army man may be hiding something, I could not be sure whether the secret would prove to be of relevance or not. I knew you were going to say that. Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into only 2 categories, those relevant to the case and those not. That makes no sense to me. Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now. Sorry? Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over. Oh no, is it that time already? If we're to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. Paperwork. So that's it. No more time to think. Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now? I must prepare for supper for Mr. Garadeb. Oh, yes, so sorry. Thank you both very much for your time. Soseki-san will be waiting for us, and I'm going to have to give him an answer. Yes, indeed. But we're going to have to give him that answer the next time we stream this, guys, because it's time for me to get out of here now.